Hello, everyone. Welcome to New Gen Politics. So, Trump is going back to Butler, Pennsylvania today, and you may recognize that name because that is the place where he had his first assassination attempt. And going back to give a rally in the exact same field where it happened. Now, to me, this is pretty cool because it shows that Trump is a brave guy, right? He is going back to probably the most traumatic place for him, the place where he literally almost died by centimeters. So it shows a level of bravery that's pretty cool, pretty admirable. To get over something like that in a couple months and then want to go back and I think he's doing it clearly for the vote. Go to Pennsylvania, he needs to go back to Pennsylvania. But he didn't have to go back to Butler. Butler is a place he could have avoided if he wanted to. But he didn't. And I've seen the on the clips, the people who showed up at Butler are the same people who went to his rally last time. They're not letting their fear control them. They're going out and they're showing their support. The fact that he has come to them, they're reciprocating and they're going to him, which is pretty cool. They lined up at like midnight last night to be able to go and see him, and that's pretty sweet. I'm really looking forward to the rally because I think there's going to be a lot of energy. I think there's going to be a lot of emotion. Trump probably will be emotional. I think that his assassination attempt really hit him hard. He's been, having increasingly more confident and outgoing Christian rhetoric ever since then. He's been talking more about God, and he's been posting things on Twitter. Like he posted the Saint Michael the Archangel prayer on Twitter, "Defend us in battle." Cool. And people may think it's disingenuous, and uh, to some degree, it might be, right. Like you're still a politician, you're still garnering votes, but if he really, really didn't care, or he was really, really hurt by it, he would just avoid it. He would have just avoided going to Butler. I think he really does care about his fans, his supporters, the people who want to see him. You know, never finished his rally. He wants to finish what he started. That's why he's doing this whole campaign in the first place, to finish what he started. And so I think it's a really, really good move. I think it shows his strength as a leader. It shows his bravery. The people will support him more, and which is good because Pennsylvania is neck and neck. It's a state both candidates need to win, but it's so close. It's like within a point or even less, and it could be up to this last month, right? What happens in this last month? Who goes the most? Who gives the most speeches? Who answers the most questions or town halls or whatnot? And the person who does more is Trump. Like clearly, that's indisputable that Trump goes out and gives like 3 hour rallies, almost daily, versus Kamala, who does like a 1 20-minute interview a week, if even that. Maybe answers one question that reporters ask when she's talking somewhere. Her rallies are not very long. They're very infrequent. And so will Trump, just from sheer volume of appearances, be able to pull off the state, along with the policies that he wants to bring? Support of fracking. He's not flip flopping on that like Kamala did. She's saying now she's for it, which is fine, and you can change your mind, but it does leave people concerned, especially when Trump was in office and he did it, right? Like he proven record that he opened up fracking. So going back to that, that's a huge thing for the state of Pennsylvania. Talking about manufacturing, bringing back jobs, trying to encourage industry. Those are all things that are really good. And then even looking at what's going down in the southeast. Obviously, this is not affecting Pennsylvania directly, the hurricane, but seeing how the government has reacted under Kamala to a natural disaster, seeing how the government appropriates funds for people in need, kind of just the glut of bureaucracy that has not only prevented immediate action, that it's been slow and difficult, and they don't have the money because they've used it on things they shouldn't have. They're actively like stopping people from like going and helping and like getting in the way. They're like, we're not going to do it, but we're certainly not going to let you do it. So hopefully the people of Pennsylvania can look at that and all the other swing states and all the other states in general and say, not an effective government. This is not someone who has our best interest. Clearly does not have the best interest. So I expect Trump will talk about that a little bit. I'm not sure entirely what his points will be. I'm sure he'll hit manufacturing hard. He'll hit tariffs hard. He'll talk about taxes. But we'll just have to see how the people react. And I think there's, beyond the policy, there's emotional aspect. Like Trump travels a lot. He goes to a lot of places, and he shows up where he's wanted. He often shows up where he's not wanted, but he'll show up to a place that should be the most traumatic place on the planet for him, and he'll show up there because he's wanted. As a leader, you go where your people are. You put aside your personal feelings and go out there and get it done. I think Trump's doing just that, and I think it's going to be great. I think the photo ops are going to be great, and I look forward to it. Of course, the media is going to say, I mean, you've heard like, it's a psyop, the whole assassination attempt in general. They'll say that he is just trying to garner favor. Typical things, right? And you can believe what you want. I mean, we don't live in Trump's head. Obviously, we can't know purely his intentions on this. But to me, if you didn't care and you were scared, you just go. But he wants to go, and it's such a short time, right? It's such a short time from what was a pivotal moment in his life. To return to that is pretty remarkable, and I think it shows some aspect of like it genuine. And of course, people will say, "Oh, that's not true." If you don't believe Trump's genuine, you'll never believe he's genuine, no matter what he does, right? He could save 20 kids from a burning building, and you say he'd do it for the photo op, right? So they don't listen to the people like that, and you would never be able to do enough. But if you think that there's a real change in his heart since then, where he really is starting to open up more to God, more to people, caring more about where he's going and what he's doing, representing the people, let me know all that down in the comments below. I'm interested to hear what you have to say about this, whether you think he's genuine or not. Let me have it. But I really appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.